Right, well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Something a little bit different today. I am on my way to possibly do a cutout for someone. They had a swarm move into their little roof on a little single-story extension on Monday. So I've been working all week. It's Saturday now. It's the first day that the weather's been suitable to do it anyway, really. So yeah, I've never done this before, so I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do it. He's got a little scaffold set up by the roof, and got some scaffold boards and all to go up there and make it as safe as possible. But yeah, literally going to go, suit up, get some of the tiles and all off the roof, slates off the roof, see what's going on, and as long as it doesn't need a BVAC, then I'm going to have a go at doing a cutout of a swarm. So yeah, let's get going, and we'll see you when I'm on the roof, I guess. Right, that's probably not be bad doing it just on these to start with, to be fair. What are you doing under here, girls?
They should be wooden pegs like that they hold in at the top with.
Yeah.
But depends on like how new this roof is. If they might have put nails in it.
It doesn't look like there's any nails coming like from up in.
Yeah, it would just be a single nail in the top.
Let's get this one out. I know you're not going to like this, but I'm doing it for your good. I'm trying to just be a bit gentle with them.
I mean, if you're a bigger bar that might have a bit more of a kick on it, you might be able to get a higher leverage.
Oh, I'm with you, yeah, I've got my crowbar there, to be fair.
You might just lift up the stakes above a little bit more so you can wiggle the underplate out. You're alright.
I got it now.
How's it fixed there? Like nails?
Just like little nails gone through, just, I guess just into the wood, but they're rotten, so... Right, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole process of taking all the slates off and getting to the hive. It probably only took about 20 minutes, half hour, like, but still, I'm not just going to bore you. I wasn't really talking a lot for it. I've never done a cutout before, and I was nervous because I'm not that fond of heights, so I was just trying to be safe and make sure I wasn't going to damage anything and try and get the job done to the best of my ability. So yeah, the chap that I was doing it for, he was stood back on a ladder doing some recording as well in bits and bobs, so as we go through the video I'll speed up the original clip, and when we get to bits I'll overlap the videos he took with the video that I was taking as well. So yeah, no, hope you enjoy. I will just say as well, if anyone does want to watch the full video uncut. It'll probably be about 3 hours long all in all by the time I put both parts of it together. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you do, and I will upload the full version uncut of the whole process of, yeah, just everything, all the bits in between when I was waiting around for the bees, although it was just a camera sat on the roof. I don't know, someone might want to watch it, so yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll chuck that up as well. So I knew they was going to go up as well.
It's quite a big hive. I think they've only been doing that, what, a week?
Mate, when they swarm, because they're full of honey,
Yeah.
and obviously they're trying to build up so the queen can lay eggs as quickly as possible.
Right.
The quickest time bees will build is when they swarm.
Right, okay. Yeah,
All the smoke does is basically, they think there's a fire,
right.
start going and eating all the honey.
I'm going to get off this ladder then, because they're getting a bit more active.
We'll have a look when we get to. I'm hoping I'm not going to be able to get too many out. If they don't go much further than this, what I'll be able to do is break these ones off, and then the last few bits I'll be able to just get in and reach in and break them out, I'm hoping.
They're going to be pretty hard to break because they're all looking like really healthy labs.
No, I mean the comb.
Oh, the comb.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Once you've got a couple out, then you can get.
Once I get my hand in there, I'm hoping I can then start getting bees and shaking them into the hive and.
Come and take some of them slates off, but
I'll start bringing some down in a second. Just
there's the big S and the big U that comes over my first.
I don't blame you. If I didn't have a suit, mate, I definitely would not be laying here like this right now.
Yeah, I'm not exactly going to.
I'll be honest with you, even in the suit, it's a bit like, what the fucking hell is going on?
You've got about 50 of them all just like running around you. Not to mention the 205 around your face.
quite gentle as well, so
Yeah.
it might take a little bit longer than the saw, but if it's less disturbance to the bees.
Yeah.
There you go, have a look at that. Sorry mate, it's light, I can't throw it, it doesn't throw very well.
Let's have a look at that minute.
Right, I think I need to get rid of some of these. Right, well that's all the slate off. Well, I'm pretty sure all the slate off. Just going to move some stuff out of the way, get the nuke box up, and then we'll start taking the wooded laths off and start taking the honeycomb out and elasticing it in some frames. When you do a cutout, that's pretty much what you've got to do. You need some empty frames with no foundation in them and some rubber bands. And as you cut them up, try and put them into the frames in the same order you take them out of the colony in the roof, and elastic band them into the frames, whilst trying to shake bees into the hive and not get stung millions of times at the same time. Bees were really friendly. These bees were really friendly. In this whole removal I took 2 stings, so I was quite impressed and happy about that. But yeah, once I've had a tidy up and got my nuke up on the roof, I might leave it play through for the majority of the cutout. Although the camera's still down here, I wish I'd moved it. I didn't, but yeah, I'm still pretty sure you get to see enough, and hopefully explaining to me what I'm doing will also explain to you what I'm doing in the process. So yeah, I hope you're still enjoying the video, and like I say, if you do want to see the full unedited version, other than the really long boring bits, drop it in the comments and I'll upload it in a few days and everyone can see it if they want. Just save it for a moment. In my bag down there, mate,
Yep.
in the middle pocket on this side, there's 2 little things. There's a little white box and there should be a little clear plastic box as well.
Okay.
See where that thing with the red handle is?
Yep.
In the pocket next to that box. And there should be a little cage thing next to it as well. That's it there, that cage there.
That one?
Yeah, oh no. Is that little clear one?
That one?
That's the one. Pretty mate. Don't know which one I'm gonna need. I don't need a Stanley knife. I need a new hobby. No, I'm joking.
You want to get a picture there?
I'm joking. Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah. So I've got that recording me, so
Yeah, but
I'll get you a picture. Yeah.
get a picture on
I'm hoping that if I press the volume button, will that take a picture as well? Because I don't know if my finger will work with the.
Sure. I think if the finger didn't work, if you stick the end of your finger and touch it, it should work.
Oh, there we go. It's working.
Right.
It's 3 or 4 on there, mate.
Yeah, wicked.
Right, that's got to come up with me. Hoping that's going to stay there all right. pass me one of those rubber bands in that bag there, please, mate? I'm hoping it'll stretch over this. Pretty. Yes.
Oh, you're going to put all the bees in there?
No, just for the waste comb that I'm not putting into the nuke box. Which, to be fair, looking at what's here, there's not going to be a lot of waste. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 or 6 bits of comb, and I've got 6 frames, so I'm tempted to fucking put it all in there. Right there a minute. Let's get myself a little lid. Best way to do this. If my mic's still working, I'm sorry I ain't talking too much, but I'm just concentrating. I'm talking to myself as well, because I'm just recording, because I'm trying to start a YouTube channel for my beekeeping.
Okay.
So I've only been doing like my hive inspection so far, so something like this is just... But I think rather than me trying to explain to people what I'm doing, seeing as you're stood right there, I'll try and talk to you about it. And
Yeah, no worries.
I'll tell you what,
It's really interesting because, like,
can't believe how calm they are.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think she's got any eggs down. I think that's a lot of it. 'Cause as soon as you get eggs down,
Yeah.
then the bees have got something to protect.
right, okay.
But I think if they've only got honey in there and no eggs, I think that's probably why they're a little bit. Because with the weather as well today, you know what I mean? I was expecting, I go into one of my beehives on a day like this and they're not happy with me, but then it's full of eggs, so.
Yeah. That's a bonus then. Like, I know we're a few days in, but it's still good early.
Yeah,
A couple of days of bad weather has been in my favour.
really, yeah. And they're not, so it looks massive, but it's not a big swarm. If this was a big swarm, I would have said they'd be over twice as big as this.
Yeah. It looked pretty bloody big to me when it come in.
Sorry, bees. Can't they make it look so easy? When you put boxes in a beehive, you put them on something called foundation, which is just a wax sheet basically. In a good bit of weather, when there's a good bit of flow on, they'll build that out in a week to what this is, and it starts off like 2 or 3 mil thick. Yeah, I reckon here you've got, well, it's hard to ever say. There's a lot. 20 odd, 30,000-ish, I would have said. You know what I mean? If they wasn't friendly bees, you wouldn't be standing there like you are now.
No, I'm pretty nervous as it is, like, you know, standing at the top of a ladder.
Sorry, bee. A few of you are going to die today. That's just what it is. See that? They didn't like that. That banging.
Yeah, that's just put a load of the air.
Right. That's got nothing. Has that got any honey in it? Tiny bit. Right. Tell you what. Sit there, mate. There's only honey in here. There's no eggs, I don't think. Right, what I want to happen is I want some of them to...
So off each lath that's going across,
They build off the lath because it's the easiest thing for them to build comb off.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
We've only got 3 left, so... I'll clear it all up afterwards, mate.
I know it's nice, it's just really interesting watching the work.
So that's
Where's the actual queen then?
she's going to be in where that big group of bees is, I reckon.
Right, okay.
Somewhere. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get most of the comb out, I think, because I haven't got a bee vacuum.
Yep.
What you normally do is you go in, open them up, vacuum all of them up, or the majority of them up,
Yep.
hoping in doing that you catch the queen.
Right.
And if you don't, then hopefully when you're going through the combs like this, you find her. That's what I wanted those cages for.
Okay.
So if I find her, I'll try and get her in a cage. And then at the end, if
Oh, that little box.
that little box, yeah, or that clear one, whichever one I decide to try and wrangle her into.
Okay.
And then if not, what I've got is a little tub somewhere. Once the combs are out and it's just bees, I'll start putting a tub in there, capture them and tipping them into the hive. Have a quick look while I'm doing it to see if I can find the queen. If I don't, then I've just got to hope that in doing this, I found her.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately what we might have to do, because I'll have to leave this here on the roof in here for the rest of the day for them to hopefully all go in it.
Yeah.
Later on when I come pick them up, I don't think we've got any rain coming tomorrow or tonight like that, but if you want later on, once I've got them off, we'll get up here and put a tarp over it or something and at least make it waterproof for you for the night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so obviously once the hive's in here with all of this, don't want to be up here doing anything later on today and just cause them any more stress and just risk anyone getting hurt or anything like, so.
No problem. Yeah, that's fine. I've probably got some tarp or something we can use.
God, it weighs a fucking ton. Well, it doesn't, but you know, for a bit of wax, it's heavy.
It's just amazing like, how they can produce all of that in such a short space of time. Is that all shining because there's honey in it?
That's all honey in there, yeah.
Oh, really?
I was hoping it was, well, in a way I was hoping, but in a way I wasn't. I was hoping it was going to be a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah.
So then they would have had enough honey that we could have kept a little bit to try.
Okay.
But I want to try and keep whatever they've built in the box so that they've at least got something of their smell
Gives them a foundation
to
build
try and...
a new hive.
So difficult with soft wax.
I can see the honey pouring out of that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid it pouring on me, if I'm honest with you. Not that I'm that worried, but...
Yeah.
Well, that's a start.
How many more times have you been stung so far?
None.
Oh, really?
Yeah, none. Honestly, I reckon if I wasn't wearing a suit, I wouldn't have been stung more than 10 times. Like, legitimately reckon.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're not happy, but they're not in my face. They're not like trying to get in my veil. Because normally they sense your CO2, and they're on it. 'Cause, like, when an animal attacks hive like a bear, they go for the face. 'Cause that's where the CO2 comes from. So, obviously, I'm talking now. You've got a few flying around, but
Yeah.
there's only 2 more combs left. Is that the top or is that the bottom? What's that way? Fuck it, I'm gonna end up messy, it's what it is, Dale. So it's the first time I've ever done this, so I'm learning the best way to do everything as I'm going as well. Like,
It's odd, isn't it? Yeah.
I've learned 2 things today: how to cut out a beehive from a roof, and a bit of roofing. So, win-win.
Right, put a roof back on.
I'm not charging you, mate.
I'm not selling my bees to you either.
I dread to think what paying a company to come and do this would cost. I've never known anyone that's like paid for it.
Right.
And if you do have to get a company coming, if it's a big job, I just dread to think, because it's a specialist job,
Yeah.
they're obviously gonna rinse you, in they, because they can.
It'd probably be best part of £1,000, I would have said, isn't it? Like,
I would have said so. I know bees, but I can't do bugger all about it. I'm sorry.
oh, that got them going.
I would just a second. I've nearly got it all out now, so soon it's going to be a case of scooping up bees.
It seems to be at a nice safe distance here, like this where I am.
They want to kill me right now.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, normally when you're doing stuff like this, people around you rarely get hurt. 'Cause the only person they want to kill is me. They're thinking, who the hell is this big white fucker coming in and breaking my home apart?
I seem to be just away on the very fringe of the storm, so calm down a bit again, eh?
Yeah, they just don't like certain things. Like, they don't like stuff moving fast. They don't like loud bangs and vibrations, and what I'm trying to do is put them back in as I've taken them out as well.
Okay.
So the direction I've taken them out from now, I put them in and I'm lining them up that way, because then they'll think that that's where they've come from.
Kind of like home from home.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll do a second. I know I'm nearly done, but surprising how sticky it gets quick.
I can imagine. I need to talk about
So I've been watching videos all week on doing this, just to make sure I'm going to turn up and at least look like I know what I'm doing.
it. Mate, you look professional to me.
And yeah, see people in America doing it, not wearing suits or anything, and getting stung in the face, and they're all in their hair. I'm like, just put a suit on. It's like you're not proving anything to anyone by, apart from you're an ego. Yeah, basically. There's not much in it. I'll try and find. There's a bit in there of some honey on. Right, let's get this last bit sorted out a minute. So I know there's just a little bit on those bits in there.
When you get home then, your transport heads for all the
What I'll do with these guys is I'll take them home, because they've got a bit of honey in there. I'll leave them for a day or two. Although I know there's loads of food around my area, I'll leave them for a day or two just to evacuate any food they've got in them. Because with a swarm, you don't know whether they're carrying disease or anything, possibly. Okay. So rather than risk taking that into your apiary, if you let them build out all the wax with what they've got in their stomach, it sort of purges their system. So I'll leave them for 1 or 2 days, let them build out some of this with wax, and then what I'll do is I'll replace the frames they haven't touched with frames of foundation. Then once they've filled this up, I'll start feeding them a little bit then. And then once they fill this up to the brim with eggs and food, then I'll put them into a hive, and then they'll overwinter in a hive.
So what's that like in a week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, yeah. Depending, if they don't grow very big, they might go into another nuke that's slightly bit bigger than this one, and then they'll just overwinter on that, and I'll feed them, treat them for varroa mites, put another brood box on top of it so they're in a double hive configuration, and then next year what I can do is take the top one off, put a floor and a roof on it, and buy a queen, and then have 2. So there's a couple of things I could do with them, like.
So they wouldn't just produce a second queen for yourself?
They've turned up with a queen, I would have thought. Next spring they probably will be looking to swarm. So they will produce another queen, and then once that's sealed off, they'll leave with the old queen, and that's how they reproduce. But as a beekeeper, you want to try and stop that happening, because when they swarm, they obviously eat most of their honey, and if the queen that they're making doesn't get mated, or it gets out and gets eaten by a bird or something, it can just cause grief. So you just want to try and keep them, and the longer you keep them and the stronger your hives are, the more honey you get. So it's sort of like finding a happy medium for the bees, where they're not feeling like they've got too much space, they haven't run out of space, there's enough bees to get loads of honey, but not too many bees that they're going to want to swarm. And it is quite a it is, yeah. When I started beekeeping, I thought, oh, it's going to be easy, this is. And then the more I started doing it, I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
So how long have you been doing it then?
I started last year. Last April, I got my bees, 21st of April. I've wanted to do it for years, but I'll be honest with you, I used to drink a lot, and I used to smoke a lot of weed and do a lot of other stuff, and it was one of them, and I don't really drink anymore. It was always just money, and I've always just wasted it on everything else, so I buckled down for a year and saved up and spent like 2.5, 3 grand last year setting up for beekeeping. Once you got it all, you keep it, sort of thing, for life. Yeah. And right, is there any more comb in here, or is this just bees? No, we're just bees. Right, let's get some of them in here a minute. You ready for this?
Hang on, let me get the video going. Man, you're insane. Now you don't have to come any closer.
My hand is so hot. The heat they produce is unbelievable.
I bet, mate. I bet.
and just give them a little shake. Yeah, I know you're not happy. There's fuck all I can do about that.
That's all the combs on. Have you identified the queen?
No, not yet. No, I'm just going to try and scrape them up. There's a lot of bees gone into this, so I don't know if she came out on the first bit of comb
Oh, okay.
and ended up in this.
Right, okay.
So I'm basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop as many as I can out,
Yep.
give them a bit of smoke, put the lid on this with all the frames and comb in it with the lid on,
Yep.
put this up near it, come down, have a fag a minute, watch them for 10 minutes, see what they do. If they all start going into the entrance of this,
Yep.
queen's in there. If they don't, I'll come back up, scoop a few more up, put them in there, and literally rinse and repeat until you've got no bees in your roof.
That little hole then that I can see on this side of the box, that's where they
That's
get
an
in
entrance, yeah. I've got one on that side, one on this side. Once I've got what I want in there for a minute before I come down for 20 minutes,
Yep.
I'll close one lid, turn the box around so the entrance is on this side, and I'll put them in there so that their entrance will be like where it was.
More or less, yeah.
So then as they come back in, they'll see that hole, and I'm hoping this is going to be fucking easy.
It's pretty smooth so far.
It has, like, I'll be honest with you, all week I've been bricking it. Like, I've never done this before. I don't like heights either. I do not like heights at all. For me to be...
You never told me none of this before you got here.
Well, you know, you've got to sound like you know what you're doing, don't you? Otherwise you don't do it. And I've been worrying about damaging your roof or something, and you know what I mean? I've never done any of this before, so everything's like, I'm turning up, I've been researching and doing homework all week to make sure I'm turning up and can actually do it.
You've looked professional, I've got to say that.
I like it. Right, let's get a little tub a minute. Right, well, the rest of the video is pretty much a repeat of me scooping bees, tipping them into the hive, scooping bees, tipping them into the hive, scooping more bees, tipping them into the hive. I was going to use a little plastic tub, but I found it easier to just use my hand. Use a little bit of smoke with them just to group them up a bit. They all climbed up to the top and were hanging off one of the laths. So it was quite easy just to reach my hand in and just keep scooping handfuls and handfuls of bees out. With what I'd already got in the hive and what had flown in there already once I started putting the comb into it, it was probably about 20 or 30 handfuls of bees throughout the remainder of the day that I got out of the roof, so however many bees that equates to. I'm not going to bore you and play it because it went on all afternoon. The camera was still rolling the whole time, so I'll just fast track it now until we get towards the end of it, or anything else interesting that I can't remember happens. I think I'll show a couple of close-ups of the area that the hive was in when I finish getting most of the bees out and the hive's all closed up. Literally, matey boy went and got some lunch and stuff for us, and there was an hour or so that we were just chilling out in the kitchen, then shade, just having some food. But yeah, for my first cut out, I'm really impressed with how straightforward it all went. I was dreading it and I was hoping it was going to be an absolute nightmare, but it actually went relatively easy, so I can't ask for more. The bees were really cooperative as well, so yeah, no, it was a really good experience. I'm really glad I bit the bullet and done it, because I very nearly didn't, and I would have really regretted it if I didn't turn up to do this job. So yep, when you feel most scared of doing something, that is when you've just got to get on and do it, and I promise you it is worth every second. Can't save you all. Right, let's give them a break now for a little bit. There's not many more bees up under the roof now. That last handful was the majority. There's a few stragglers around on the roof. Normally, they'll all ball around the queen. When something like this going on, they'll surround her to like try and keep her safe. So you hope that in doing that and grabbing big handfuls, the bees ball her to keep her safe, and she's in the middle of your hand somewhere. In an ideal world and all that.
Do you want to see a coffee?
No, I've still got some coffee there. I'm going to come down a second and go for a quick pee and just have 10 minutes and... Oh, I might take a cold drink actually, yeah. I could do it a ladder as well, please, mate. Well, that's most of them cut out now. I don't know how much of that you've seen, but yeah, I just got on with it really. I didn't really think about talking to the camera or anything, but I hope you did get some shots. So I got some pictures on the chap's phone, so I'll get him to send me all of them that I'll put up. Yeah, no, they're all cut out. I've got as many out of my hands now as possible to tip into the nuke, so I'm literally just leaving them up there now and hoping that they start finding the entrance and I've got the queen in there, and yeah, if not, I'll go back up in 5-10 minutes and start scooping again and hopefully find her. But yeah, just keep going. Didn't take as long as I thought it was going to be fair. Yeah, I reckon. Well, I'm hoping she's in there. It'd be good if she is.
I hope so.
There you go, for a look. That's where it was. There's still a few up in there. I don't know what you can see with the camera. Friendly bees though. Gone a lot easier than what I thought, which is good. Well, I wonder if I can set this up here a minute. So there's no comb left in the roof now. There's a lot of bees in this nuke. There's not many more bees going up under the roof now, so I'm hoping all of those going in the entrance are smelling a queen. Yeah, there's a lot more going in the back entrance as well. Excuse the pun. I reckon we're on to a winner. Don't know if to leave both entrances open or shut this back one. But there is bees going in that as well, so I'll tell you what. Can have them both. don't know whether they'll use it, but it's there if they want to. I just want to get something on this nuke box, stop it blowing over. I'll leave that one open actually. So yeah, I think my first swarm cutout has been pretty successful. There's bees at the entrance now fanning. So that one's got his Nasanov gland out fanning to attract bees. So I think I'm going to remove a smoker from the area, give them one more smoke in the roof, get down, have another break, and hopefully we've done our first cutout. I'm going to have to stop filming now for next, my battery's going to run out, so I'll go and charge it up and we'll come back with an update in a bit, guys. Well, I'm pretty sure most of the bees are going in and out of the hive now. Been in, had a pasty. Nicky got me a pasty, bless him. So it's probably been, I don't know, good half hour since I've been up there now. I can already see a lot of bees going in the entrance on the front, so I'm hoping they're doing the same on the back. I'm going to go and reach in, see if I can find any more bees up in the roof space and scoop them out of my hand, shake them in the hive. Probably open the hive up and take that outer frame out by the entrance just to give them a bit more space, but if they're going in and out nicely, I'll probably just leave them to it now. And then yeah, we'll hang around for an hour and then we'll bugger off and leave it for the rest of the day and they all go in the hive. All the neighbours probably think I'm mad out here talking to myself, but I don't care. Yeah, so far it's gone quite easy. I was quite nervous about doing this, if I'm honest with you, all week, since I said I'd do it last week with not having done anything like this before. It's been alright. Let's get you up here and have a watch, see what we're doing. They're definitely going in and out of this entrance, see if they're going in and out of the other one. And it looks like they're having a look at going in there as well, so let's get this moved out of the way. See if we can scoop a couple more handfuls of bees out. Oh, I thought I seen the queen then. Right. Let's lay back down, see what's going on. Ah, you got me, you bastard. Alright, yes I know. I think we're into a winner. Both entrances are going in now. I think I've just got to hang around with the smoke and just keep them out of the roof. I think we'll be good. Hope you can see that right when I get out of the way. Well, they are starting to walk in now. I'm hoping we've won. Looks like we got a bit of rain coming. Be interesting to see where they go when the rain comes. Yeah, they're calling bees. So that one right there with his arse up, that's what it's doing, it's emitting its Nazanov gland, which is emitting a pheromone to tell the other bees that this is home. So I think probably leave these guys alone now for a couple of hours. I'm not in a rush. That's been good. I say I was absolutely bricking myself about doing this cutout all week, doing all the research I possibly think I'd need to on roofing and cutting out swarms. And I'll be honest with you, it probably took me hour to get into the roof, and probably about half hour to get most of the bees and comb out. So there's still quite a lot of bees here, but I don't think they're calling this home anymore. Just want to expose a bit more, just so they don't think that they can go back in and call it home. It does look like there's a big rain shower coming, so I might have to put the camera away in a second. They're definitely going in and out of there. And this one here, so we'll leave you there a minute. Does look like it's going to rain though. I don't know whether that's going to either pee them off or it's going to make them all go in there quicker. I'm hoping the second. That's been really good. I've really enjoyed doing this today. I'll say I'm enjoying my beekeeping anyway, but this has just been an unbelievable experience. I wanted to catch a swarm all year, but to actually do a cutout on a roof and face a lot of my fears has been quite good. I don't like heights. I'm not a builder. I'm a mechanic and a lorry driver and a beekeeper, so I've never done any roofing before or nothing. So yeah, it's actually really successful. I'm really happy. Chap I'm doing it for is happy as Larry as well. I think he just didn't want bees in his roof anymore, so I'm hoping I've achieved that for him. But yeah, it's just a case now of waiting. There's not many bees up in the roof now. I can't feel any amount to pick up with my hand, so I think I've just got to keep smoking them out and hope that the rain makes them want to go into this new hive. Yeah, I think they can sense bad weather coming now. There's a lot more of them going into this hole, this entrance. And they're all fanning at the entrance, so that's good. And they're all fanning at this entrance, so that's even better. Not many hanging around on the roof now, as you can see. That's literally it. That's under the front or back of the nuke. So yeah, we'll leave the camera running for as long as possible. Hopefully to the point where there's no bees hanging around and they're all coming out of two entrances. And then I'll shut one entrance off. And it's just one to shut tonight. So no, I'm really happy with how it's gone today. Really happy. Right, let's get off the roof for a moment. Right, I'm going to have to pack you away for a minute because it's raining. Hopefully when we come back the rain stops and there's no bees on the floor. Well, it's pretty much done now. Just leave them to hopefully find their way home and come back and pick them up later. Well, definitely bees in there. What I've got to do in a minute. Just got to pop this bit out and we'll see if there's any bees left in under here. I don't think there is. Can't hear any buzzing up in there. They're definitely buzzing away in there, so have a quick look underneath them, see what bees are left underneath it. Hopefully not many. There's 3 or 4 bees left, so I'm going to leave this open for a bit, just in case there's any more stragglers about. But yeah, as long as no more come flying out the roof, I think we're all good. While we're up here a minute, might as well get them strapped up. Right, I'm pretty sure that's going to be ready to go. It's in the middle, that's good. Well, we'll literally watch it for 20 minutes. If no more bees come back, then we'll take them. Take them home. And then next time you see these will be tomorrow. So, see you tomorrow.